I'm Kirsty, and Ozbanks tried to show me how to properly affect the lights, but then he said, I can't do it on your phone. So, welcome to SmackDown Live. I got you if you missed it. Seriously, all night I've been talking to my BFF, Ashley. Whew. Okay. So Charlotte Flair comes out, says Trish Stratus quit when the industry starts to change, and Trish sees Charlotte's greatness, and it kills her. Charlotte goes to show her highlight reel, but it's Trish Stratus's highlight reel. What? Enter Trish Stratus. She says, you are the embodiment of everything I fought for. I want to prove it to my kids, to these people, and to myself. I can do it. I feel that. I feel that. Charlotte says, welcome to your nightmare, Trish, because this Sunday, you will bow down to the Queen. And Trish Stratus slaps her. Okay, our first real match of the night is Dolph Ziggler. Who comes out? You remember last week he came up to Shawn Michaels' theme song, HBK? Nah. This weekend, even though on SmackDown Live last week, he accidentally signed a contract making him fight Goldberg. So this week he comes out to Goldberg's theme song, which I even posted on Twitter. Homie, if your head isn't bleeding, you're not Goldberg. But he's fighting Rey Mysterio. Dolph attacks Rey on the ramp. Super kick. Has refs. And a guy in a suit. Who's the guy in the suit? Come check up on him. Dolph keeps finding a way to beat him up. And then gets a mic and says, another legend goes down, courtesy of DZ. Goldberg, our match at SummerSlam is your last. Ooh, I meant to say ooh, but I didn't, so it was just fingers. And then, who runs down the ramp? Nobody but Ali. Ali! I love Ali. He attacks Dolph on the ramp, super kick, and he throws Dolph out of the ring, gets the mic, and then it was a commercial break. It was a commercial break so we could see what was happening, but not hear it. So literally all we see is Ali. Oh, freaking Lee. Getting a mic and saying, like Charlie Brown's teacher. But they fight. It turns into a match, I guess. Dolph throws Ali out of the ring. He brings him back into the ring with a cover kick out by Ali. Ali comes back with some punches, but Dolph gets him down. Ali does a huge drop kick, punches and chops, and head kick to Ziggler, who does a big elbow clothesline, and Dolph says, oh no, he didn't say this, I just quoted it. Dolph revs up like he's doing his foot like Seth Rollins done, like burn it down. Like in the New Day does, like New Day. But Dolph does it. He goes for the sweet chin music, But Ali, I'm going to show you my notes, actually, because I don't know what I wrote. So now you don't know what I wrote. He tried to do sweet chin music. Ali rolled out and headbutted him. But then Dolph Ziggler did the sweet chin music, cover 3. Dolph Ziggler wins. And it's nobody on my side about this that Dolph Ziggler only came back because he can sell. I mean, I'm not saying I've watched wrestling for my entire life, but I've watched enough wrestling videos to know Dolph Ziggler is the best seller right now in the WWE. So I feel like this is... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Then there's a Roman Reigns interview where somebody says, "How are you keeping it together?" And he says, "I've been through so much this year." He has. Cancer. But this is the first time I don't know what or who is attacking me. I actually wrote whom. Which is rude. I should not correct a cancer patient's grammar. And then the interviewer says, "Who do you think is responsible?" And he says, "I know it's not Samoa Joe, and I apologize for your name getting dragged through the mud." And then they do a really, really sweet, again, Harley Race segment. Then we go to Natalya versus Ember Moon. Was that really dramatic when I threw the paper? I was trying to make it be. I don't know. Christopher and Ashley, if you guys are watching, was that dramatic enough? I don't know. So, there's a lot of arm grapples, and Natalya does some punches. Ember kicks, Natty rolls out. Ember kicks Natty into the barricade. Natalya punches, does a sharpshooter on the ring side, but keeps it after 5 seconds, like she did on last week. Keeps it after 5 seconds. What are you doing, Natty? You're supposed to be a face. Now she's a heel. So when she keeps it for over 5 seconds, who comes out? None other than Bayley. And you guys, we know about Bayley and Ember Moon's history. Ember Moon did an Eclipse tour, so then when they fought together, Bayley did the Bayley to belly to her. It's the whole thing. But now Bayley helps her out. And helps Ember off, and they walk off together into the sunset, which is what you want to do, what you want your best friend to do. Ashley, walk me off into the sunset. If I could tackle that, our retail job. I'm kidding. So then there's the KO show. Guest star Shane McMahon. Kevin says, "Just get out here already." And the timekeeper says, "Introducing the best in the world." And Kevin Owens grabs his mic and says, "We don't have time for this." People keep asking me why, if I lose, I have to quit. But if you don't, give the people what they want. Put your career on the stinking line. Shane says, no. Says Kevin Owens threw out that stipulation and that he'll quit if he loses. But if Shane will lose, he will not quit. While talking, Elias comes up behind Kevin Owens, and Kevin hits him, but Shane throws Kevin out of the ring, and Elias puts Kevin Owens, dramatic pause, on the announce table. Kevin does a stunner to Elias, but Shane pushes KO off and throws the entire announce table on top of him. He pummels Kevin the whole time while he's trapped under the announce table. He just keeps hitting his face. Shane does. He runs and drops kicks. All the refs come out, get him away. KO is KO'd. I'm going to be honest, this is going to make me very upset if Kevin Owens quits WWE. Like, look, Oz Banks helped me find out time zones today. So, on Sunday, I get off at 5 o'clock p.m. So, I'm going to get here at 5:15. But I think I'm missing the show, so I'm going to have to go back to the beginning, which is fine. It's fine. It's just my live tweeting will suffer. And I kind of wanted to have my besties over. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so next, Sami Zayn says, Aleister Black was challenged by me to SummerSlam, and he responded with silence because he doesn't want to get out of the dark to face me. Enter Aleister Black. He says, but Sami, this match doesn't happen at SummerSlam. It happens... No! Aleister Black versus Sami Zayn. Hang on, I'm moving closer because it's very exciting. Sami tries to talk to Black and then kicks him. Aleister returns the kick. Sami rolls out. Aleister does big punches and kicks on the ringside. They go back into the ring. Sami kicks him while going in, but Aleister kicks back. Sami pummels and puts Aleister's neck on the rope and gets Aleister knees on the rope. Sorry, I lost my breath. I was trying to find my paper. This is a horrible video. I already did this one. Okay. Sami does a backbreaker and cover for Aleister's kick out. Aleister kicks, does a back elbow, a running knee, a moonsault, a flying freaking knee. Picks him up with his foot. You know how he does where he gets his foot under your chin? Fade to black. Cover for 3. Aleister Black wins. So this is not a match going on at SummerSlam that we all thought it would be. And then Shelton Benjamin. Oh my god. What are they doing with him? Like, I don't even know. The interviewer, maybe it was Kayla, maybe it was Charlie, IDK, I feel like I'm like Kevin Owens, like not Renee. And that's rude because they're working so hard. They're like the Jeopardy women. If that makes sense. It doesn't. But she says, Shelton Benjamin, do you ever see yourself competing for the 24/7 championship? And he says, well, and walks away. And then, we're so glad that you're our friend. This is a friendship that will never ever end. Firefly Funhouse. Husky Pig is eating too much candy. He's eating candy to cover up his insecurities. But Finn Balor, according to Bray Wyatt, has so many insecurities that he's invited the Fiend in willingly. The Fiend is coming. Let me in. And then a little vignette of Elias to Chad Gable. It says, Randy Newman said, short people have no reason to live. That one affects me. You can ask my father. Every time a Randy Newman song comes on, and I know he sings, You Got a Friend in Me. But he also sings, short people have no reason to live. But actually, my father told me the other day, Randy Newman meant it ironically, as in when people were disliking, Mexican people or black people or any other color except white. That's why Randy Newman made the song about short people. Did not know that. Still rude. So then there's a Kofi vignette, because remember we've been having Randy Orton vignettes. This is the Kofi vignette. He says, in 2009, I felt like I made it. And then they showed the stupid. If you guys have not seen that yet, seriously, watch it. When Randy Orton in 2009 calls Kofi Kingston stupid. Because allegedly he botched a move, but I don't really see what he botched. Maybe he did, I don't know. Kofi says, it wasn't enough. Randy humiliated me. There was rumors that Randy held me back, but I stayed positive. Now I lift people up. And I can vindicate myself against Randy Orton. Okay, so last week, the reason why I got so backed up was the last weekend I had my stepson. Me and his father have been together for over 8 years. So my stepson has known me since he was 3. He literally does not remember life with his father without me. And I have been talking to him about the power of positivity. Maybe that's stupid, but even his last day here, I won't say any names, but we ordered a pizza. His last day here, he was getting picked up at 9 p.m. And we had a pizza getting delivered. But then first they messed up our order. The lady from the service we ordered through texted us and they messed up your order, but I'm really back in the queue. And then when she got our order, her headlights had died. And she had to get a jump. But, I'm going to be honest with you. I work retail. I've never been rude to anyone that works with the public. I'm always, and people are like, how did you get this? How did you get that? It's because I'm nice. I've never ever been like Karen, the white Karen, the meme. Let me speak to your manager. No, I'm never that. I'm always super sweet. Always, my whole life. Because that's what I want. 36-year-old retail worker. Anyway. So Ashley, I hope that was Kirsty enough for you. Ashley's like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Hi Ashley, hi Christopher. Get engaged already. Okay, so then there's Big E versus Xavier. No, not versus. Big E and Xavier Woods versus the new Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Daniel Bryan before retirement was my favorite WWE guy. Like, you guys know my story. How I just started watching wrestling like 6 years ago when I was 18. And because of Total Divas, and for 6 years I've watched like every every main match. And then for the last, 5 years, I've watched everything. So, when my man, a few years ago, we've been together for 8.5 years, when he bought me a Daniel Bryan necklace, it was the sweetest thing he could ever have done. When we moved, I left it at the old house. That's rude. He spent a lot of money on it. Anyway, so Daniel Bryan immediately does a knee to Xavier Woods. Xavier does a big drop kick and Bryan rolls out. Xavier flies. Commercial! Big E tags Xavier, slams Xavier onto Bryan. Bryan tags Rowan, who throws Xavier. Xavier then kicks his face and punches Rowan into the turnbuckle. Rowan does crossbodies to Xavier, who kicks out. Rowan tags back to Bryan. Bryan does a kick to Xavier's face, and then a knee to Xavier's face twice. Xavier punches, kicks, does a rolling elbow, but Daniels tags to Rowan, who hits Big E off the rope. Then throws Xavier out of the ring into the timekeeper's area. Commercial. Xavier drop kicks Rowan's. 2 tags, 1 to Big E, 1 to Daniel Bryan. Big E does the belly to Daniel Bryan 3 times. Bryan kicks Big E's leg. Then I put former yes kicks. I don't know what they are now. They used to be yes kicks. Who knows what they are now? But whatever kicks Daniel Bryan is doing, he does them. Big E puts Bryan into a lock in the air, but Bryan gets out and puts Big E into the label lock. Label lock. Is that a Patty label lock? Because I love her pies. Big E then gets out, picks up Daniel Bryan, and slams him. Cover kick out. Bryan does an uppercut, tag to Rowan. Rowan does a spin kick to Big E and a secret tag. Big E does a secret tag to Xavier Woods. E shoulder tackles, but Xavier Woods does an elbow drop. Cover. Bryan breaks it up. Big E spears him through the ropes. Rowan hits him with the steel stairs, which automatically is a disqualification. Bryan beats Xavier Woods, and Rowan beats Big E. Commercial. Then, this is the end, guys. We've been wondering what happened to Roman Reigns. Okay, so you guys know the first thing was the forklift with all the scaffolds falling on him. Second thing last night with the car hitting him. Roman Reigns goes into the locker room. Who is in there? Okay, 4 seconds. 3, 2. Who do you think is in there? Buddy Murphy. Roman Reigns says, "Did you do it? I saw on security camera that you were around the area every time I got hit." Buddy Murphy says, "I didn't do it. I know who did. But even if I did, I wouldn't tell you." So Roman Reigns beats him. And Buddy Murphy says, whoever did it, it was Rowan. Rowan did it, is what Buddy Murphy says. And Daniel Bryan and Rowan are still standing in the ring after just winning. So they are watching all this on the Titantron. Roman Reigns getting Buddy Murphy to say, Daniel Bryan and Rowan did it. Was there really Any surprise after last night when Samoa Joe, it was proof that he didn't do the forklift thing? Anyway, if I don't annoy you too much, feel free to follow my channel. All my followers, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. If you're looking for a podcast, the amazing Oz Banks and I did one called Beyond Serious. It is not safe for work. And you can, as always, follow me on Twitter at always_KIRSTIE. They're doing a major purge on Twitter. Or maybe not. Maybe people just hate me. I don't know. But, as Joel McHale used to say, I watch it so you don't have to. Thank you.